Did you ever wonder what it would be like to be one of the last people on Earth?
We're talking ghost town!
Who would you see?
There's nobody. I mean, there's nobody.
What would you do?
Hey, I'm sorry if the end of the world makes me a little nervous.
Where would you go?
The stars are up ahead!
Well, get ready to find out, because the Comet is coming into your orbit.
The legal drinking age is now 10, but you will need ID. Let's be real.
It's the night of the Comet.
What do you give me if I come back?
Texas?
Night of the Comet.
I'll be taking requests from all you teenage comet zombies.
The night the teenagers ruled the world.
Yeah!
Night of the Comet.
The burden of civilization is on us.
Gypsy, isn't it?
Who's buried in Midian?
Ain't nothing but dead folk.
Somewhere, hidden from sight, closer than you might think, is a place that's not on any map. Midian.
Something's breeding there.
It looks a lot like hell, but they call it home.
There goes the neighborhood.
They're not pretty. They're not neighborly.
You'll come back now, you hear?
They're not even human. But this time, they're the good guys. From the imagination of Clive Barker comes Nightbreed.
You can't go down there!
They have only one enemy. A beast called Man, sworn to destroy the Nightbreed.
Sounds like we're going head-to-head with the devil himself.
And only one chance. A man called Boone.
It's time to fight! Go get 'em, boys! I'll kill you all! What chance have we got? They're armed. So am I.
Out of your deepest fears and your darkest fantasies, Clive Barker brings you a startling new breed of adventure. I won't let you down. Nightbreed. At last, the night has a hero.
Outstanding.
How about that shit, huh? Come on, maximize window. Come on. There we go. All right. Gotta maximize that window. Get a feller in the whole frame. I need to see myself here. Whew. Anybody go to the movies and see Nightbreed? I did. And loved it. Serpent and the Rainbow, that's another one I went to the movies and saw. Done seen it. Hooked the guy's peepers on it, is what I'm trying to say. Mib's in it. Yo, what's up, Mib? Good to see you, man. Long time no see, buddy. Hope all's going well for you. How's the peepers going, buddy? Everything all right out there in Peepersville? The only eye doctor I ever met that refuses to wear eyeglasses. I mean, the guy's he's just laying it. It's a black and white thing for old Mib. Good to see you, man. Danny's in the house. What's happening, homie? Good to see you, man. Good to see everybody tonight. Serpent and the effing Rainbow, man. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to curse tonight because I'm trying to monetize my channel. Trying to make some money. But I should probably turn a couple of lights on because I feel like I'm a little dark. So let me get a hold of my my crew here and get them to turn a couple more lights on for me. So just hold on a second. I got to grab myself a cold snack and a glass of water. Why don't you get yourself set up with a shot real quick. Get yourself a cold snack or pack your bowl up like Bobby's doing. Get yourself a cold glass of Fjord glacier water. I'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. I could do that. I'm not going to do the countdown. I'll be right back. All right, there you go. See, now look at that. Now you can see me better, and I can see you. It's like when you're playing a live show and you can't see anybody out in the crowd. And at one point of the show, they go, let's turn up the lights so I can see you. There we go. Yeah, Nate, we don't want to lose the shop, you know what I mean? So no more cursing. We're not going to do anything salacious. No more crazy drunken rants, you know. We're just bringing it down. We're going PC. We're going PG. Maybe G. Maybe we're going to go G on this whole situation. That's going to last about, I don't know, maybe by the time I'm done saying this word, that's about how long that's going to last. We don't know nothing about no fucking PC around here. You think people like Bobby Gass would be showing up if I was a fucking PC kind of guy? Fuck that, man. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, it's really good to see you guys. We're back again on another Thursday. Thursday evening here on the East Coast might be like, I don't know, 2, 3 o'clock where you're at. Might be 2, 3 o'clock Friday. If you're like Paul out there in the Britville, it might already be like Tuesday where he's at. Don't really know. But here's what I do know for a fact. It's good to see everybody hanging out tonight. I've got some classic stuff lined up for you guys, and this is something I've had in my collection for eons. Anyway, you see in the background there, got the lights kind of fading in and out. Is that, anybody get sick to their stomach? I feel like you got to have like that strobe warning, you know, when you don't watch this movie if you have seizures, because you're going to end up, just make sure you don't swallow your tongue. Just put a couple fingers back there, keep the tongue from going down backwards. I think you'll be okay. Yeah. AG! Man, it's like you're reading my mind. I just got done sniffing a bunch of glue. My preferred glue is airplane glue. I know a lot of people go with like regular model glue, like for cars, you know, plastic cars, but I go straight to the top, man. Airplane glue all the way. And then you got a couple lightweights, and they're doing like carpenter's glue or Elmer's. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, come on, dude. I remember my first beer. You know what I mean? Anyway. It's good to see you guys. Noisy Beast is showing up. I'm not going to run down the entire list, but I see Dave is in here. He's hanging out. Dobby's in the house. He's hanging out tonight. Good to see my man Dobby. Kimba's here. Miss you. She's out on the scaffolding. She's out right out there. Eyeballs out about 3 inches. You know what I mean? Like that dude from Three Stooges in the kitchen, and the eyeballs came way out. It's right out there. It's happening right now. Yep. We got Beast and my man Aaron Griffin's in the house, and who else? Eddie. He's like, I'm first, bitches. Like, he showed up. He did first comment, and he's like, he's all angry. He's like beating his chest. You know what I mean? He's like, I was the first one in here. It's me. And he even called everybody like bitches, and that just doesn't seem like Eddie. So I think he's just trying to get his point across tonight, that I am the first one in here. Eddie, it's okay, man. We got you covered. You were the first one. Danny's in the house, and Nate Dogg. I said I wasn't doing everything. Yeah, but hey, might as well. Mib's in the house, man. Good to see you, Mib. Mib's got like a whole basement full of like pinball machines and like shuffle bowl, and I think he's got a couple of those where you throw the kind of bean bags in the circle thing. I think he's got a couple of those. And been a long time since I seen my man. I hope you're doing well. Yeah. I know you're a big fan, Bobby. I figured there'd be at least one person hanging out in here tonight. When I put Uriah Heep up as like the pre-show kind of thing, I knew there'd be at least one of my homies that was showing up here. We got one guy. Now, I think Bobby says 72. Oh, man. That is like the golden era of Heep. You know what I mean? You know, because Heep. All right, make sure I don't lose any of these chatses here. I'm looking at the chatses. Okay. Yeah, Uriah Heep. David Copperfield book. You know, Uriah Heep was a character in the Dickens book, David Copperfield, and he was like a complete douchebag, curmudgeon-y, and like just a terrible person overall. It's just a bad man. You know, just a cruel, angry curmudgeon, kind of a little bit like myself. I think that's probably why I relate so much with Uriah Heep. But what a douche is what a fella's trying to say. Kimba's a great day to hear today as well. We're going to do a little monologue then. Yeah, it was a great day today. A little warm. We had like 84 Tuesday, 86 Wednesday, and we had like 89 today on a Thursday. It's strange. And then it's going to go back down to like, mid-60s. Took the sickle out for the first time this year, this past Monday. Bobby, I'm talking to you. All my sickle buddies out there that are riding their motorcycles. Washed the bike up. Took me about, 6 hours to clean my bike because I'm just a complete, OCD freak. Just got to get all the stuff shining. You know what I mean? I don't want anybody looking at me going, oh, man, this guy's riding a dirty motorcycle. Doesn't he have, I just don't want it. So I cleaned the bike up, and I took a nice, long 2-hour ride on Monday. Rode way, way out. Guy's ass is not acclimated to the bike seat. Was kind of thumping when I got off my bike from that hour ride. Hour one way, hour back. Guy's ass was pounding. I don't mean somebody was pounding my ass. I mean just you could feel the blood just kind of gugush, in the butt cheeks. So don't quite have my rider's ass yet this year, but I am working on it. So Dave's in the house. Dave, I'm going to give you a nice long one of these. You know why? You know why I'm doing this for you so long? Because, the last time I heard from you, I've seen any kind of post from you, you said you're knocking on death's door. Like the whole family caught it. I'm telling you, whether it's a flu or the big C or whatever's coming around, people are getting hit by it, man. I'm telling you, it's not over. So wear your mask if you got to wear your mask. Keep your hands clean. Try not to, inhale anybody's exhaled breath. Like that always helps a lot, from not getting sick and stuff like that, because it's still out there, man. But, Dave, it's good to see you, buddy. I'm glad you're feeling better. Just thinking about you. Quick Randy check. Still, and this is taking a serious moment here. I gave Randy a call, left him a message, and I haven't heard anything back from him yet. So, Randy, if you're out there, I'm not, I hope everything's going well for you. I'm extremely concerned about my best buddy, Randy. I hope everything's going well in his world. I'm worried. I'm worried about a fella. I hope I'm just going like this, put some good vibes out there for my buddy Randy, because you never know what's happening in somebody's world. And we've talked about this before, not specifically here on the channel, but I have talked about this subject before with people. And, actually, I might have talked about this on the channel, in a joking kind of way. And I said, well, what happens if somebody gets sick or somebody gets hurt, God forbid worse, nobody knows how to get a hold of them, and they're just going to kind of disappear, you know what I mean? So what happens, when somebody maybe you care about them a little bit, as close as you can get as having a friend. I mean, a lot of us have never met each other, and we're probably never going to meet each other. So you can use the word friend, loosely. You know what I mean? How close can you be to somebody that you've never met? So it's as close as it can possibly be to having a friend. That's what I consider Randy. But what do you do when somebody just kind of disappears? It's a bummer. It's a bummer. Got some concern in there going on. Yeah. Yeah, well, Dave, there's something to be said for that. But I have a direct line to Randy. And nobody else on the internet has a direct line to Randy. So if Randy was going to talk to anybody, it would be me. And that's why I'm generally concerned about it. So, but then again, people's lives are their own lives, and they can do and go wherever they want, whenever they want. I wish the best for Randy. I hope everything is going okay. That's as far as I'm going to drag it. All right? Okay. All right. The iron ass ride. I'll tell you, Aaron, my ass was nothing close to iron. Maybe it was pewter. That might have been a pewter ass from what I was feeling. Because by the time I'm getting to the end of the ride, I'm twitching, I'm shaking my ass back and forth. I'm leaning to one side, leaning on the other side. Can't get comfortable. It was a bummer. Yeah, man. So yeah, it's great to see everybody. I hope you had a good week. we got one more day this week, and then it's going to be Friday. And, yeah, another big announcement. Beep, 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 beep. Right, this just in. That's kind of the beeping noise I was just making. Mikey Bananas, a shameless plug for my buddy Mikey Bananas over at Grown Man Record Night. Tomorrow night, show number 5 hundo. 5 hundo shows. I'm it's like I did like 27. You know what I mean? Like Hydras. And I'm tired. And this dude is banging out 500, man. He's literally the OG streamer of all OG streamers. So go check out Mikey Banana Show tomorrow. It's supposed to be pretty spectacular. Like, I hear there's circus clowns, and there's going to be a giraffe, and the people riding elephants and stuff like that. So, I mean, come on. Bring it on. Yep. Awesome. Yeah, so anyway, it's good to see you guys. We got some great music lined up for you here tonight. We're going to be playing a lot of Uriah Heep. It's like a Heep fest, you know what I mean? And we're going to start with this Uriah Heep. So we're going 70, 71, and 72. I've got a lot more Uriah Heep in my collection than these 3. But I pulled my favorites from these 3 albums. So we're doing Uriah Heep 1970. Be playing you some of my favorites on this. This is the U.S. version, which is like one of the sickest covers ever. So I'm going to be playing you a little bit of that. Then we're moving on to 1971. If I can get this up in the air. Here's another one here. Now this is one of the ones I really dig. I had this for a long time. This one's called Look at Yourself, and this came out like one of the greatest years in the last 1,000 years, 1971. I'll tell you why. Probably because the dude was born in 1971. So we're talking Look at Yourself with the mirror. Pretty good shape considering this mirror is usually really beat up. So we're going to be playing you a little bit from that, 1971. And then I'm going to be playing you from 1972, the title track to this album, The Magician's Birthday. Now, the classic lineup is typically Mick Box on guitar, like the master of the wah. Ken Hensley, which was like the master of the keyboard, and he played a Moog, he played an organ, he played the piano. And Lee Kerslake, that went later on to play some stuff with Ozzy Osbourne, was completely fucked in the ass by Sharon, by the way, Lee Kerslake. I think he passed away by this time, but he totally got knocked off of that album and brought somebody else in to do drums on that album, so Sharon didn't have to pay him royalties. What a complete piece of shit that woman is. I mean, what a fucking asshole. So yeah, Lee Kerslake. And Gary Thane was my favorite bass player from the earlier Uriah Heeps. Now, Gary or Lee wasn't on the first couple that we're playing here. I got something in my eye. It's like, God damn it. The whole show's ruined now, and I got to start over again. Yeah. Hey, Tim, what's happening, bud? You got these Uriah Heeps, man? Oh, man. Yeah, that Demon cover art would freak me out, man, when I was younger. Super cool. Vocal, like one of the first in hard, heavy rock. The vocal layerings, the melody, the vocal melodies that my man David Byron puts down on these albums is so fucking cool. You know, just beautiful vocal melodies. And 2, 3, 4, 5 like vocal tracks, ascending vocal tracks, super fucking cool stuff. I'm excited to play this stuff for you guys. I've had Uriah Heeps in my collection since I started collecting again. Around 2001 is when I started collecting vinyls again. And I picked these up, most of them I picked up, like 7 out of like the 10 that I have. In the early days of eBay, when you used to go and be able to get a lot of LPs, you just type in like Uriah Heep lot, and they had like just a whole pile of them. I don't even remember, but nothing, essentially nothing. Vinyl was hardly collectible at all, besides just for fun or kitsch, you know what I mean? But I've had these for a long time, and I'm looking at my collection, I'm going, what is it that I haven't spun like the classic era kind of stuff. And I know there's probably quite a few people that know Uriah Heep. I don't know how well you know Uriah Heep, but I'm looking forward to sharing Uriah Heep with you and maybe turning you on to something new. What? What? What buzz? Sean, don't even start. There's no buzz. I'm looking in the background. There's no buzz. The buzz stopped. Yeah, Sean, good to see you, Paulie. Hope all's well. My man over in Phillytown. He's playing head games. Yep. The Abominog cover is literally the worst it's one of the worst albums they ever put out, but that is just a terrible. It's, there's one that's even worse. That's High and Mighty with like the Luger gun, like with the wings on it. That's even worse. Abominog is just super weird. I like the Byron era. I'm not really a fan of anything past the Byron era for Uriah Heep. And there's even some stuff like Sweet Freedom and Wonder World, I think is another one, the later Byron stuff. The first 5 is where I kind of stick my hat, you know what I mean? Yeah. What do you mean there's a little... Oh, Jesus Christ. There's no fucking buzz. Hold on. Is there a buzz? Oh, God. All right. Hold on. Tech guys. I got to call my tech guys. Let's do a quick countdown. Okay. All right, we got it. It's gone. Okay. I don't know. I already fixed my XLR cable one time. Remember that time it was buzzing really bad? And nobody told me? It was yes, and I beat the hell out of this mic. I'll tell you, I threw this mic across the room a couple weeks ago and was smashing up against the wall, and this whole top part here mushed in, and I had to unmush it. Their latest album, Bobby, the only guy left in Uriah Heep is Mick Box. I mean, there's nobody left. Yeah, I think it is the mic, though. I don't think it's anything else. I had some of my connections with some deoxit recently because there's some dust that kind of lays back here on top of my DJ, my preamp. Yeah. Okay, I think we're good. We're good now. Anywho, I totally forget what I was saying. Because Sean came in and just totally ruined everything by talking about a buzz. It probably was my XLR. But I went and banged on all the cables on the back. I think we're okay. Well, David Byron died. He died in mid-80s maybe? Alcoholism killed David Byron. Yeah, that's essentially the reason why he was kicked out of Uriah Heep was because the dude came unhinged. He was just not reliable anymore. Some of you can see a few clips on YouTube from his later shows, some live stuff, and he was just fucking terrible. The dude was just lit, just drunk all the time. Okay, now I'm gonna just keep the buzz check in the crowd. If you hear the buzz come back, just let me know. But I think it was just the cord, and there's a little bit of, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like dust. Yeah. Okay, you can't wait another 12 minutes? All right. All right, let's do a shot then. So cheers, everybody. It's good to have you on board tonight. Clink. That's right. What's up, Boingo? Good to see you, man. Good to see you, Beast. Hope all's going well for everybody tonight. It's great to have you on board. I got this queued up right now. We're ready to go. We're ready to go, as the kids say. I don't know. I'm not trying to keep up anymore. But let's get started with some original Uriah Heep, U.S. Press. They called the UK press very heavy, very humble. This has nothing on it. It just says Uriah Heep, which I think is cool. And the UK cover also has like their faces, and the guy with like all the spider webs all over his face. Which inside the gatefold, which I'll show you as we're spinning the music, has the guy with the spider webs all over his face. But I think it's on one of the kick drums, which is totally cool. But on this first one, I think it was possibly Ian Clark that is on drums on this first album. I'm not exactly sure. If you look at Uriah Heep's wiki page, they've got like they got a list, like a scroll. You know, when the guy undoes the scroll and it goes out like 16 feet. They've had so many members come and go. But same track list on both versions. Good question, because I don't have both. But I will show you the track listings, and if you want to go on and do the footwork, you can find out. I know that there's a new expanded one, but I don't think that's on vinyl, and they got like a bunch of demos and alternate takes and stuff like that. Very good question. I like these kind of questions, especially ones that I have no idea how to answer. But instead of just going, oh, yeah, you know, I got this other, just don't lie, kiddies. Just say you don't know if you don't know. It's okay to not be perfect. I don't know if you've noticed lately, but fella ain't even remotely close to perfect. You know what I mean? I got some stuff going on, but don't try to be perfect, people. We're just humans. It's just a bunch of water and meat and some hair. That's about all we really are made up of. But here we go. So what I'm going to play from the first one is I'm going to play a couple from side one. We're going to do Gypsy. We're going to do Walking in Your Shadow. And then we're going to spin it over to side two. And we're going to do a couple, 3 songs. Real Turned On, I'll Keep Trying. And then Wake Up, which is the last song on side 2. Super cool. It's got this whole jazzy kind of thing in it. Super fucking awesome. Fluty Duty kind of stuff is what we say in the business for like the type of drums, like the jazzy type of stuff. We go, it's Fluty Duty. You know what I mean? Yeah. What's one of your favorite tracks off the first one? They bleep bloop it in the comments down below. And by the way, if you want to do a fella a favor and let him know you care, go on down there and bang on that thumb real quick. Like if you're going to bang it once, bang it 3 times just to be sure. But don't hit it twice. Hit it once or 3 times. And that just kind of lets people know you care. And we might get some other organic type of fellers or fellettes coming in here that maybe you want to share in the love. Just want to be in the moment, live in the now, right? Which is what life is all about. Just live in the now. Everything's going to be cool. Not doing a 50-minute monologue tonight. We're only doing 30, 31 minutes. You can see it up here. Not even close to like the monologue of all monologues, because I've run close to an hour, I think, last time. And I don't know if, see, this is how it happens. I say I'm going to do something, and then I veer off. So I'm going to veer off. Last Saturday, I had to swallow there. Phantom Sessions, Session 3. I did like a whole 90s kind of vibe. Now, I don't know if you were there or not. Typically, the Phantom Sessions are here and gone kind of thing, like a fart in the wind. This time, with all the 90s stuff I played. Now, I had to give YouTube a little bit of a reach around, as they say, in the sex biz, but they allowed me to keep that whole stream up. There's only a couple people, like in Russia, that aren't allowed to watch, but I mean, come on. I call that a win. So last Phantom Session is up for everybody to see. Did nothing but 90s vibes the whole night. So there is something to be said about taking a chance. But I will say this. I didn't pick like all the top 10 stuff from any of these 90s bands that I did on Saturday. I went a little bit deeper. And that may have been my saving grace, you know what I mean? When you're working late, you like the long monologues because they help you get through work, right? Like you can mop a whole floor or paint a room. I'm not even done like a monologue, and this guy's got the whole room painted already. So, yeah. Jim Jones, just don't drink the Kool-Aid, man. Yeah, so here we go. We're going to start off with self-titled, then we're going to move to Look at Yourself, and then we're moving to Magician's Birthday. 1970, 1971, 1972. Here we go. Ready? Come on along now, Wimby. You're gonna like this stuff. Now, just give it a chance. Don't start dutying now. I'm telling you. Don't get a guy upset.
17, I fell in love with a gypsy queen. She told me, hold on. My father was the leading man, said you're not welcome on our land. And then as a foe, he told me to go. To a little shack and put a whip across my back, then told her, leave me. I was out for quite a time, came back with her on my mind. Sweet little girl, she means all the world. slave. Don't be alone. Oh! When I get back from my trip up the ocean wide, still walking in your shadow and still looking for somewhere to hide. Yeah. If I am worse off, it's all because of you. It's all because of you. Ride on a golden wave, set sail for the sun. Make every cloud your slave. Don't be alone. When I get back from my trip up the ocean wide, still walking in your shadow and still looking for somewhere to hide. If I am worse off, it's all because of you. It's all because of you. Yeah.
Bobby's right, man. In the day, I mean, that second one's not a good example how heavy they were, but the first one, Gypsy, pretty heavy shit. 1970, I mean, that B3 is cranking. He played Mellotron, Piani, the Hammond, straight up organ. I mean, they were, I wouldn't say they were in competition with Deep Purple. Somebody mentioned, I don't know who I like better, Deep Purple or Uriah Heep. I don't think there's any reason to choose between the two. I think they both fucking rock the shit. They both have their pluses and minuses, essentially. But this is a solid album. And again, I picked kind of my favorites off of these albums coming up. So now we're breaking out on side two of the same one, 1970 Uriah Heep, self-titled OG. These are all OGs. I don't even know if they did represses or not. Not quite sure, but these are all of the day first press. And yeah, that's about all I got to say about this. So let's listen to side two. We're going to do side two, song 3, and song 4. So essentially we're skipping song 1, side 2. And as you can tell, a guy likes his notes. So don't ever think, oh, he just kind of shows up and just kind of wings it. You know, don't hardly wing it at all. I'm like a note dude. I like to prepare. I almost like to prepare more than I actually like to follow through with the actual plan of what I'm preparing for, which is kind of strange. But I do love preparing for these kind of sessions. And I take a lot of notes because I want to give you guys the most accurate information possible. So yeah, this is kind of like, this is kind of like a Hydra session. I wrote up a bunch of songs. I wrote the times out and that kind of stuff, and chose my favorites, and I'm doing a bunch of jumping around. So not quite like Thursday full album spotlight. That's why I put this album spotlight. I did the extra at the end of album spotlight. I put a at the end. So if you weren't sure what the meant, that's what it meant. Kind of veering off a little bit, like a monologue, you know, never quite know where it's going to go, never quite sure when it's going to end, but you know it's going to be good. So you just kind of just deal with it, you know what I mean? So here we go. Side 2, Uriah Heep, self-titled. Let's bang out these last 3. Couple bangers, as they say. And then the last one was that one called Wake Up. Kind of a mini conceptual. Like Uriah Heep, like they were some of the early conceptual kind of bands out there. And like The Magician's Birthday, that's conceptual mostly. Like The Magician's Birthday, it's a story, essentially. And this song, Wake Up, at the very end, that's another story set into musical form. And I dig this kind of stuff. So very early example of, conceptual kind of music, which is really cool. I like the story kind of stuff. You know, there's some people out there like story time. This is like musical story time. So you get to follow people along, and auditorily, your ear bone does the walking. Yeah, there we go. here's a heavy one. Check this out. Here's that vocal, that layering I was telling you about.
So I'm gonna keep on trying till I feel like dying, and I lay down and pass away. But that won't happen till tomorrow, and by then I can borrow another day. So I'm gonna keep on trying.
check this. This is cool. Check out this jazzy stuff. It's super cool, man. It is, isn't it, Adrian? Super fucking rad shit, man. Shouldn't have kept it in the pantry this long without sharing. So much more to share with you guys in the pantry, seriously.
Wake up, set your sights for never shall we fail. Stand up for your rights, and justice will prevail. Set your sights, for the time is right for your role. Yeah, for your Wake up, wake up. Sight. Never, never, never shall we fade. Stand up, stand up, stand up for your rights. Justice, justice, justice will prevail. There in the morning, flying over the hills, while men are yawning, they are crushed by our wheels. Never have I witnessed people in fear, not like today, not in many a year. Don't kill another, there are more close behind. No screams of mother, are you out of your mind? Though they are shattered, they just don't seem to yield. Bodies are scattered in all parts of the field. Oh no, did I tell you what would happen if you tried? Oh God, stop this killing, said a young man before he died. Shall we stand for and justice will prevail.
Oh, right. She fucking hates it when I pick her up and dance with her like that. She hates it. Michael, you've got some of the coolest, cats ever. They're totally cool. You're picking them up, messing around with them. This cat, I'm telling you, it's like many of the women that I date. It's like they say you date women that are like your mom. I get cats that are like the women I date. It's completely backwards. Yeah. Yeah, Mikey Banana stopped by. 500th episode tomorrow night. Now! Sorry, didn't mean to scare you. Or maybe I did. I don't know. Now this next one. That was a self-titled first album. U.S. press with the cool centipede. Like, I should get that as like a back piece. Like a total, like from the very bottom of the neck all the way down. Get that giant creepy centipede thing, man. Super fucking cool. 1970 was the one we just heard. Yes, really cool lyrical content in this stuff, Subject matter to die for. Conceptual, early conceptual stuff. Great stuff. Now we're moving on to 1971. And this album cover is another, I believe, I may be wrong. Maybe I shouldn't be speaking out of school, but I think there's a second variant for this album as well. This is called Look at Yourself, and this is 1971. It's pretty clear to see. How many people out there are just kind of afraid to look themselves in the mirror and go, this is what I am. This is what I am. This is where I am. Whether you're happy about it or not, don't be afraid. Listen to this first song now. He tells you, don't be afraid. Just look at yourself. Just look yourself in the mirror. Give yourself a nice long once-over. Figure out where you are in life and where you want to be. And then see it happen and see the positive results and then go for it. You know what I mean? That's essentially what the majority of this album is about. It's also about banging chicks and guy stuff and, slamming chicks in the back of your van. I don't know exactly. There's a song called Love Machine on there. It's kind of self-explanatory. I think it's about humping and stuff like that, the lingus and all that kind of fun stuff that, we're only here once, at least that we remember. I'm a big advocate of reincarnation, so I think we just don't remember we were here, and deja vu is kind of a little bit of that. I think I was here before kind of stuff. You seem familiar. But I'll make the same mistake again. Fuck it. Because, you're cute. So, what the hell? Yeah, so we're moving on to side one, song one. We're doing one song off of side one on this one. Then we're going to flip it over to side two. And we're going to do song one, song two, and song four. So we're going to start off with the title track, Look at Yourself. Then we're going to Tears in My Eyes. Then we're going with Shadow of Grief. And then we're going to end this one up with Love Machine. And then we're moving on to the title track of Magician's Birthday, which is... What? Yes, it's called The Magician's Birthday. It's exactly right. And if we got some time afterwards, maybe I'll break out a couple more from, another Uriah Heep LP. Maybe like Demons and Wizards, maybe. Maybe we'll do like Sunrise or Sweet Lorraine, or maybe we'll bust out another one. You never know how things are going to go here. I mean, things have, they've changed in the past. We're just going organically. Just trying to get through my set list. And then if we do, we're going to play a little more. But we're only doing Heep tonight. So don't tell me, play some Sabbath, or where's that Hendrix, or Presidents of the U.S. Not going to happen. We're keeping it familiar tonight. The same group. We're just going to focus on one group tonight, okay? So I think it's cold snack time in the form of like a shot of Patron, silver. I don't know what you guys got going on, but why don't we just set yourself up with one? Whatever you got. I don't know what you got going on. Maybe you eat rice cakes with peanut butter or celery or something like that, which makes your pee smell weird, so I don't know that you want to do that. But, hey, to each his own. I'm going to set myself up with a nice cold one here. Got my, glacier water here, fjord water, as it were. And we're going to listen to some more awesome music. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Adrian's hanging out. She's digging the music. Pilmer's hanging. It's good to see you, Pilmer. Had a great show tonight. It was great seeing James again up on the panel, banging on his cookie sheet. I think Pat's going to be upset when she finds out James has been banging on her favorite cookie sheet. But, it is what it is, right? The things we do. Yeah, Boingo's hanging out. And Eddie's hanging. We may do a movie tonight. I do have one, Eddie. I do have one set up. Classic biker movie. Oh man, you guys know what my favorite heavy is of all time biker heavies. William Smith. I got one lined up tonight. Maybe we are going to do a movie afterwards. You never know, because I'm not doing Saturday, but we may do one. And I got an excellent William Smith movie lined up if that's the direction we go in. But for now, let's not jump ahead, jump the gun, as it were. Let's listen to some more Uriah Heep. Sit back on a little bit of Grandpa's old cough medicine. Have a good time. Just let your ears just absorb the bacon. It's auditory bacon. You know what I mean? It's for the ears. It's not the kind you chew. It's the kind the ear bone kind of chews on, and just good stuff. Bobby's probably out there. He's probably smoked 15 joints by now. He's probably eating gummies and smoked about, 48 cigarettes maybe in the last hour or so. But hey, just have fun. Whatever it is, you're only living once. Just don't do anything that's maybe going to take you out too soon. There's something to be said. A lot of people say, oh, we're all going to die of something. Just heard somebody quote that today, and I said, hey, it doesn't have to be something that you did. We can all die of just, the causes that will naturally come to us. But I'm not seeing the whole thing and just, forcing it. Yeah, we all die from something, but it doesn't have to, literally be something we did to ourselves. So just maybe think on that for a minute. Just absorb on that. Let's listen to some more Uriah Heep. I'll catch up on these chats as it's down here. We're just going to sit back and have a great time. This one's called Look at Yourself. I couldn't agree more.
Don't know what you're running from. Nobody's called.
right, let's flip this over. I feel my cat banging on my upper ass or lower back. Banging on something. I don't know what she wants. Not following you right now, kitty. Let's keep. Come on. Come on. Let's just keep moving on. Come on. Let's go.
I thought Noah could keep us from sharing the rest of our lives. Like a fool, I believed you were true and you had no disguise. There's a clear blue sky outside and the summer is fine. But with tears in my eyes, I'm no longer pretending you're mine. It's the same worry story of a woman abusing her man. So I'll have to forget you, though I'm not even sure if I can. There's a clear blue sky outside and the summer is fine. But with tears in my eyes, I'm no longer pretending you're mine. Sure if I can. There's a clear blue sky
see you, Nick. Good evening, people. I mean, come on. You know what I really dig about these old records? There's like a huge, there's like a massive space in between the songs. So it's really, really easy to kind of set up music, you know what I mean? You hardly even got to look. You just pick it up and kind of bang it down, and it just falls right into that groove. Deep, deep grooves, you know what I mean? I like nowadays, literally, like super shallow. They're trying to put too much content on one record. Sandy's running around, which means she probably just took a massive dump, and she's doing her dump run. I don't know about your cats. Maybe Michael, if you're still out there now. When your cats pinch, do they run around like they're doing like a victory lap? Like, oh yeah, I got a present for you in there to clean up. I'll know in a minute when when it makes its way over. I'll know in a couple minutes like what's going on. That may be what happened. I don't know, man. Sometimes I wish I still had my cold because I just couldn't smell anything. That's like one of the only good things about being sick. I couldn't smell anything. She could take 48 dumps in there. I wouldn't smell a single one of them. You know what I mean? Just like in heaven. Can't smell nothing. You know what I mean? Oh, man. Lava lamp. Man, I like all the old kitschy kind of hippie stuff. Like I got the lava lamp. Good to see you, Trekker, by the way. Thanks for stopping by. I got the lava lamp. I got the weird trippy LED lights. Like these. I bought this like strip like 50 feet, like strip light. And it's got like a remote. You could do like 30 colors. It does like this fade. It does like some strobe like stuff. Want to see the strobe? Like the strobe is really weird. No, you can set like the strobe, how much you want it to strobe out, stuff like that. You got like a fade. People seem to be digging the blue because it puts this weird kind of trippy thing. It almost looks like it doesn't really exist. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, it's good to see you guys. Nick just stopped by. He's fashionably late, as they say. Fashionably. I don't know what the time frame is with fashionably late, but Nick, he's probably got it nailed down. He's a math guy, so he's counting, his mathises. Yeah, it's good to see you guys. Kimba's still hanging out. She's talking about how my cat Sandy gets more action than she does. I'm on the same page with you, trust me. Trust the feller. So we got one more song on this album, Look at Yourself, 1971. Great year. It's like when a feller came, just kind of slid into life, you know what I mean? Right into home base. Feller was just born, started squealing and popping and wheezing and gurgling and stuff, and they just, they did what they had to do. Still here, still popping and wheezing and gurgling 51 plus years later. Man, it's good to see you guys. Appreciate you hanging out with me on a Thursday night. I'm feeling like we're probably going to do movie night afterwards, so if anybody out there is kind enough, maybe like the one or two people that know how to put my Twitch link in the chat, if you want to put down in the chats is this, bleep bloop it down there below. I'm feeling like 90% tile that we're probably going to go over to Twitch after we do a music session here tonight. We're going to watch a good old biker movie with my favorite biker heel of all time, William Smith. Love that guy. Next to Brant Bjork, let me tell you, William Smith, that's the second man crush I got going on with this feller. Just got it all going on back in the day. Just jacked to the umpteenth degree. He's still around, so he speaks multiple languages. I think he spoke 3 or 4 different languages, Russian being one. And just the raddest dude ever, you know what I mean? And a nice guy, but played a heavy. They call them heavies or heels, you know what I mean? And so we may be going over to Twitch after we do our music session here tonight to watch a really cool biker movie. I'm right on the fence. But until I reach that point, let's listen to a little more music. Uriah Heep, we got one more song from Look at Yourself. We're going to do that song I told you about, Humpin'. Remember I told you about, there's a song about, pitching tents and chicks, in the van and all that kind of stuff. And looking out my window to the old shaggin' wagon out there. It's just still patiently waiting to get a heart transplant. But let me tell you, if that van could talk, I got to tell you, man, it'd be telling some stuff. Let's listen to some music, right? Good to have you on board. Let's check out Love Machine, Uriah Heep, 1971. about that? That song ended like I like to end my songs. Like I just put it in neutral and I let it go. You hear those lyrics? He says, I don't care. Because I've got to know. Man, I love that dude. Rest in peace, David Byron. Fucking super cool, man. Okay, now see what I mean about queuing up these songs? That dead wax between the songs on The Magician's Birthday, it's got to be like a 1/4 inch wide, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, that was super cool, man. I love that kind of stuff, you know? You got your conceptual stuff, you got your hard rock and stuff, then you got your straight up, like, I'm just into boning chicks kind of stuff. I mean, super fucking rad. So, yeah, that was 1971, Look at Yourself. And that's a pretty damn good example of a super clean LP. That cover, that mirror that's in there, it's like an insert, kind of foily, kind of on cardboard insert. They're usually spanked to shit. And I believe I picked this up in Philadelphia probably, I don't know, 20 years ago maybe, close to 20 years ago. Philadelphia Record Exchange, which I think is still there but not in the same location. Now, here's actually one that I picked up from Philadelphia Record Exchange because there's a little sticker on the back that says Philadelphia Record Exchange. I remember Philadelphia Record Exchange was a really cool place, like the original location. They had the floor where you walked in, which is like the first floor. They had the basement floor, and then they had one, you go upstairs, and there was like a third floor up top. And we would go down in the basement because they had all the hard rock and the progressive and the super rad shit was usually downstairs in the basement, literally like a basement. And we go down there, and there, maybe be 3-4 people, walking around, mowing around. And as soon as they would go upstairs, we'd bust out the pipe, and we'd just get fucking stoned down in this basement. I remember just about every time we were there, we'd hear the dude yelling, "What the hell's going on down there?" He's fucking just smoke just pouring up the staircase, man. Super cool. A lot of good memories in the Philadelphia Record Exchange. I usually take the stickers off, but in those early days, I kind of kept them on. So I like looking back and seeing some of the stuff I picked up in Philadelphia and around those places, and it just kind of brings me back, right to the beginning. So what did I pay for Uriah Heep Magician's Birthday? Nice, clean. It's not, it's not mint, but there's no ring wear and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'd say it's, NM, near mint. Let's see, I paid $5.98 for this back in the day-o. So, so what we got lined up here next is now we're moving into 1972. So we did 70, we did 71, and now we're going to do 72. And I'm going to play you the title track from this album, The Magician's Birthday, which is what? Yes, it's called The Magician's Birthday. Yeah, absolutely. You got it. I mean, sometimes I underestimate you guys. You got some smart fellers out there, man. Can somebody scratch in the middle of my back, please? I can't quite reach. Got them. I need like that bamboo thing with the little hook on it. You know what I mean? It had the fingers kind of. Anyway. Yeah. So we got the blue background here. How many people like the blue? You want me to just do like just like the red, or I can do green? I got all these colors in here. You could do like red. Look at all these colors in here that you can do. Look at that. It's like a remote. You know what I mean? You guys like the blue the best? It's like the trippiest, right? I didn't use it for a long time because sometimes the camera would have trouble focusing in on me. Because, honestly, I just want you to stare at me the whole time. I'm not really all that interested in what you're seeing in the background. So I'm just kidding. I don't, look at whatever you want to. There's all kinds of weird shit to look at in the background. I was also thinking recently, like, what can I do to kind of bump up the visual kind of thing here? You know what I mean? Because it's not like I don't have a full bedroom or like, records and stuff like that. It's just me in the main space, in the pantry behind me. And I'm limited on what I can do. But I got a strobe light. I got the fog machine. Remember the Halloween special? I had the fog machine out jamming. So, I don't know. Thinking about it. I got the lava lamp here. I got like blue lights. I don't know what else I can do for you guys. I mean, I'm spending money on just, visual kind of treats for you guys. Come on, man. Feller's got to pay his bills too. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have yelled at you. That was totally my idea. It's like, what can I do to make it more visually appealing to you guys? But I think as long as you got me to stare at and a little bit of weird blue stuff in the background, we got a couple turntables here. We got the lava lamp is back here. You get to see the preamp and hear some hissing and popping and squealing and stuff like that. So let's listen to The Magician's Birthday. How about we just do that? And I'm going to pour myself another shot because I feel like I'm behind a little bit because I'm not slurring yet. I feel like when I start slurring, that's the point where I feel like now I'm starting to hit the sweet spot, you know what I mean? And I'm not quite there yet. Totally, intelligible stuff. And we want to try to reach the unintelligible point of the show. That's when people really start to show up. Because then a guy starts yakking and ranting about stuff and nonsense, and he's not making sense. He keeps reiterating over and over. What is he saying? That's the one thing you never got to worry about is what is he saying? Because he says it like 12 times in a row. That's the point where I go, okay, yeah, pull back on it. Got a couple good friends. One friend in particular hit me up and go, hey, what are you doing? Are you drinking? It's like, reel it back. And I'm like, oh, man, okay, I'm going to reel it back. But then I still, like, reiterated like 4 times. Let's keep saying reiterated until it just sounds like a bunch of mush, and then we'll know we hit the sweet spot. But until then, let's check out Magician's Birthday, 1972, Uriah Heep. Hope you guys are digging the vibes. I sure am. Been a long time since I actually listened to any of these Uriah Heep albums. They're way, way on the one side of the pantry, where you got to kind of get in there and squeeze in and pull them out, and they're on an angle and stuff like that. So I don't hit them up that much, but I really am enjoying hearing these for the first time in quite a while. So I hope you guys are as well. Shot time and more music. Let's check out the Magician's Birthday, and then we'll see where we're going to go from there, because I think this song is, about 58 minutes long. That's actually like 10 minutes, 23. So we're almost reaching the 10-minute mark to 2 hours, so we'll see where we're at when we're done. But for now, let's listen to one more song from Uriah Heep, Magician's Birthday, 1972. Come on along with me, won't you? You will.
In the magic garden, some were singing, some were dancing, while the midnight moon shone brightly overhead. Stars so gaily glistened, and the Sphinx in silence listened to the magician tell of lives that he had led. Let the bells of freedom ring, songs of love to Friday's king. Let's all go to the magician's birthday. It's in the forest, but not so far away. Much to do and so much to say, while we listen to the orchestra play. Dancing firelight, the air grew cool and seemed to dull the flame. fire died, the music faded, filled with fear of death we waited, for now we knew some evil was to blame. the swan sang to greet the day, and then we knew that love was
like we can probably push out one more song. I don't know. You guys want to hear one more song? Because I'm thinking like, well, let me tell you what I'm thinking. First off, I'm thinking bread is terrible for you. So stop eating the fucking bread, all right? The gluten and all the shit, the wheat, not good for you, people. But hey, do what you want to do. I mean, I ain't even going to try to get up on my high horse. I ain't got a high horse. I just know what's good for you and what's not. Got my own personal nutritionist, you know what I mean? And we talk all the time about what's good for you, what's not good for you. So I do know what's good. And I do have my treats. If you guys don't know, I get like I had 3 today, pieces of chocolate. So I get 2 Dove chocolates a day. But I had 3, so shh, don't tell nobody. Please don't tell nobody, okay? I just don't need it in my life. So I'm thinking of playing one more from Uriah Heep. We're just banging on the door 2 hours, so the Popo's on its way. They're on their way right now. But I want to play you one more from Demons and Wizards, and I want to play you Rainbow Demon. Why don't we do that? Let's play one more. Let's do Rainbow Demon. And then while we're playing Rainbow Demon, I'll consider if we're going to do movie night. How's that sound? Sound good? Good. Excellent. Glad you guys are on board. Excellent. Okay. Let's do one more. We're running up on 2 hours now. I have, like, it's not unknown, unheard of, rather, for me to do a 2, 3, 4 hour stream. I can just talk and play music and talk and play music literally like all night long. Like Lionel Richie said, all night long. All night. Anyway, that was, you don't get as, the burps aren't as, they're just, you don't get them, there's no carbonation, you know what I mean? Patron Silver, there's no carbonation, so the burps aren't there. I wish Pilmer was up here. I'd bring him like up on the stream, and I just have him there just as like my burp guy. Yeah, like you go and see these ska bands, and there's the guy skanking on stage. He's like the hype man. He gets everybody like amped up. I need like Pilmer up here in the corner just burping, you know what I mean? Just get the crowd going. Dancing on the ceiling. That's right. Remember the other one? Hello, hello. Is it big? And it's that weird, creepy clay bust of Lionel Richie. Creepy AF. You know what I mean? Just some seriously creepy stuff. The blind chick and everything is just super creepy, man. What? Anyway, let's listen to one more song. We're going to listen to Rainbow Demon and I like how I just grabbed it. My wrist can only go like in a couple directions, and I picked it up in the one direction that you're not supposed to make your wrist go. But we're going to listen to the first song on side 2 called Rainbow Demon.
fire. Black shadows are following closely on the heels of his desire. Mist of morning, no one dared to stand in his way, possessed by some distant calling, riding on through night and day. Some distant calling, riding on through night and day. Rainbow demon, pick up your heart and run. Rainbow demon, look for the soul.
Maybe I should push it. Should I push it? Do you want to try one more? I think we should try one more. Let me flip this over because that was side 2, song 1. Let me play a little bit of acoustic goodness. This was one of their Weller known songs. It's a short one. That's what she said. Anyway, let's play one more. You can check this out on the YouTube machine. This song's called The Wizard. It's only a 3-minute song, but they did more Wellist. Anywho, let's listen to The Wizard. One more. We're really pushing our luck now. Let's do one more. Song's cool. Check out the video on this. Like, bleep bloop it in. Not now. Don't leave now. But check this video out. It's really cool.
He was the wizard of 1,000 kings, and I chanced to meet him one night wandering. He told me tales and he drank my wine. Me and my magic man kind of feeling fine. He had a cloak of gold and eyes of fire, and as he spoke I felt a deep desire to free the world of its fear and pain, and help the people to feel free again. Why don't we listen to the voices in our heart? 'Cause they're not only fun, we're not so far apart. Everybody's got to be happy, everyone should sing. For we know the joy of life, peace and love can bring. So spoke the wizard in his mountain home. The vision of his wisdom means we'll never be alone. And I will dream of my magic night and the million silver stars that guide me with their light.
All right. Bring it down now. Bring it down. That's a cool video. I think it's like on Top of the Pops or one of those kind of Euro shows back in the day. Don't worry, I got enough kind of Uriah Heep here. We could do like another Heep Fest in the future, and I could break out some more of these kind of things. But the first Uriah Heep, Look at Yourself, The Magician's Birthday, is that 17 or 5? Demons and Wizards, and the live. I could probably do a whole live. The live album is fucking great. I mean, this album is super fucking rad. I mean, this is great. I wonder what year it came out. Can anybody guess like what year this came out? I kind of forget. It's slipping my mind right now. But yeah, Uriah Heep live. Great album. I think I'll probably do that next, like in the future. We'll do because that's like a double LP. It may even be 3. It's at least a double LP. Live stuff. Really great shit on here too. Stuff from like all 4 or 5 of those albums that I was kind of talking about. July Morning and Tears in My Eyes, Gypsy, Circle of Hands, Magician's Birthday, Love Machine, and then they do like a medley. What happened to bring back the medley? I'm gonna petition. It's going out there. Bring back the medley. You know what I mean? What's up, Eric? Can you believe there's an FX2? You figured after FX1 that abortion that was FX. Brian Dennehy? Oh my God. Terrible, just fucking terrible. Oh my God, horrible. Good to see you, Eric. How's the hunt going, buddy? I saw, like, I don't want to, out here in public or nothing, but how's it going? I hope it's going okay. I hope the search is going well. I hope you're yielding some results, man. Good to see you. Yeah, Brian Brown. What else was Brian Brown in anything else besides FX and FX2? Should have been called SUX, like sucks. That was... Anywho. Oh, yeah, what's the chat count tonight? That's a good question. Never mind. Terrible. It's terrible. Chat count, terrible. Boingo, you're way off. Yeah, I ain't even going to mention it. Just absolutely hard. We got like what 1,900 or something at one point, or close to. I don't remember, but it's somewhere between 4 and 2,000. I think is what we got at one point. I don't know. I still got this Uriah Heep on the table. I just dropped the record on Sandy's over there sleeping, and I just dropped the record on her. Maybe we could do Traveler in Time. I don't know. I feel like I'm pushing my luck now. You ever feel like it's time to leave the party? I got to sneeze. All right. You didn't want to hear that, man. I scare the whole neighborhood when I sneeze, man. Loud. I'm a screamer, as they say when I sneeze. I don't do the ew with the chew. No, mine is like it's like a double bass solo. You know what I mean? Just insanely loud. Oh man. No, we didn't even hit 1,000, Boingo. Pathetic tonight. Just sad. I normally tell you guys, like, pat yourself on the back for a really great stream because you gave a lot of thumbs up and did a lot of chats and stuff, but not tonight. Don't pat yourself on the back because you didn't earn it. I'm just... world's still spinning. Still waking up in the morning. Yeah, hey, Eric, man, I'm on board with you. Not had a great week myself, honestly. Not had all that good of a week. But like you said, you're still waking up and you're still sucking wind in the bags, you know what I mean? So it's not that bad. Just gotta change your perspective a bit temporarily. Just a stumbling point, right? I just had this conversation with a friend of mine today, literally, Eric, about I want to keep moving forward. And I told her, I said, I got to keep moving forward. And I'm stifled right now. I'm like stuck in this holding pattern. I says, I'm not enjoying it. Like, I'm balls out, 100% moving forward. I'm not stopping for nothing. And the second that I got to stop and even wait for a second, it really, really fucking aggravates me. You know what I mean? Because I see the goal. It's right there. And yet life is telling you, no, you got to hold back a minute. We're going to throw some stuff at you. We're going to make you work for it even harder. It's not just enough to get out there and work, but now life is getting in the way and that kind of stuff. So I totally know where you're coming from, Eric. But you got to keep that brass ring in view, you know what I mean? Just keep pushing forward. I don't know what else to do, you know what I mean? But I don't like sitting still, and I don't like feeling stagnant, and I've been feeling a little bit stagnant this week. I'm just trying to keep myself in perspective and say, look, you still got a good life. You got a lot of good stuff. You got a lot of good people around you, a lot of good friends up here hanging out. You got your music, you got your everything's, you know what I mean? So occasionally you just got to bring the bar down a little bit, let the perspective kind of change. It's just temporary. You're not going to be stuck like this forever is what I tell myself. And just know that everything's going to be okay at some point. But life gets in the way sometimes, and it tries to stifle you. And again, I've said this many, many times in the past. It's times like this, times of strife, times of being stifled by the world, being told you can't move forward when you're trying to move forward. It's these times that define who it is you are as a person. Keep on pushing. Things are going to change. It's going to get better. Just keep moving forward, man. What else can we do, right? Yep. Life is good because normally I have 2 doves and I have 3 doves today, Eric. So, I mean, life it's not that bad. You know what I mean? Just do a little, I know this kind of sucks, Eric, but here's what I occasionally do to put myself in a better position, the way I feel about life and the way it's going for me. Just go on and compare yourself to someone like 8 or 10 rungs down on the ladder, and I guarantee you, at least for me, it really puts things in perspective, and you go, you know what? I fucking got it pretty damn good. Now, I may be comparing myself to the guy that's living in the refrigerator box in an alley somewhere, but still, there's always somebody that's got it a little bit worse than you. And they're the times when I just lower the bar and go, okay, things are actually pretty fucking good. So, yeah. Words of wisdom. The barrens will regrow. They're on fire right now, man. Brian knows what I'm talking about. They're literally on fire right now. The barrens are burning at this very moment. I've seen some really bad burns in the pine barrens. I've rode my bike through, my motorcycle, through the pine barrens when it was just completely loaded up with smoke and you couldn't see anything. But yeah, we got another major fire going in our pine barrens right now. What is happening to the world? What is going on? Here's the upside. The fire is going to go out. It's going to die down. And just like these controlled burns that they do every year in the barrens to keep things in control, there's going to be new life that kind of sprouts out of all that burn, and life begins anew. I didn't just make that up, but it just kind of rolls off a guy's tongue occasionally. Life begins anew. What else can I say? Just keep working. Keep moving forward. Everything's going to be okay. Think positive. That's what Noisy B says. Think positive. Try to stay positive. It's always good to gain a bit of perspective, and that's what life is about. It's going to kick you in the ass, right? But you can kick it right back in the ass. You don't have to just get kicked in the ass. You can give it back just like you're getting. And that's what you guys need to do. Like, there's kind of an underlying theme here tonight with a lot of this music. Like, Look at Yourself. It's like the main theme song of one of the albums we played tonight for the Thursday full album spotlight. Look at yourself. Don't be afraid. Just look at yourself. What else can I say? I'm feeling like maybe it's time to move over to Twitch. You want to watch a movie? Anybody want to come on over to Twitch and hang out with a fella and we'll watch a movie? Let's do a little bit of just kicking back, and we'll do ourselves a couple more cold snacks and we'll just kick back. You guys can do, like, pack yourself up a bowl, whatever it is you do. Got the devil's lettuce or something. I don't know what it is you do. Maybe, like, I'm just itching my nose right now. I'm not actually picking it, so don't go on and judge a guy for scratching his nose. You know what I mean? And I'm not looking at what that pick just yielded. Go on. Yeah, miss you. Thank you for throwing that link down there. I think we're going to head on over to Twitch, and we're going to watch a good movie, a classic biker movie with my main man, William Smith, the greatest heavy heel of all time as far as the mid-late 60s, early 70s biker movies go. This is one of my favorites. Now, I don't know if there's going to be any boobies or anything like that. You never know what's going to happen, but let's just play it by ear. Let's play it by boob, you know what I mean? So let me just hold on. I just don't want to run out on you guys. Say, hey, I got to go. And you just run away and go, hey, where'd he go? I don't know. He just ran away and left. You hear me peeling wheels out in the driveway and I'm just gone. Let me make sure I didn't miss. I'm sure I missed like a ton of stuff, but I look at some of these comments like later on. Like I'll look at like a replay later on. I'll make sure, and I'll go, man, I wish I answered that question. Eric says, I find that if I don't set goals, I can't be disappointed in myself for not achieving them. I guess that's one way to look at it. That's okay. That's fine. It's all subjective in the end. Okay. Sounds good. You see that link in there that Miss You put down there? That's the link that's going to take you over to my channel on Twitch. And what we're going to do is we're going to leave YouTube because you're not allowed to play movies and stuff and have a lot of fun here on the YouTubes, you know what I mean? The popo like to come and take things down and make you leave. And they say, you're just having too much fun. Get out. And then they get the fire hose out and start spraying you down, and it's like cold out at night. You end up getting sick, and I just don't want to be responsible for any kind of death, related like to music or anything like that, or a movie. So hit the link down there if you want. If you want to come on over to Twitch and hang out, give me, I don't know, maybe 3-5 minutes. I'll go make a little water, as they said back in the day. And then I'll bring up the Twitch stream, and we'll watch a movie. It's like an hour and a half long, but it's good. It's the best of the biker movie era kind of stuff. Just great. William Smith is so fucking rad. I think he's like 90 now, but William Smith, you may know William Smith if you don't know him from biker movies. He was in a lot of other movies, but one of the movies you may know him from is Red Dawn. And he was the Russian feller. Yeah. So William Smith, multifaceted guy, intelligent, super intelligent guy, spoke 3 or 4 languages. Watch Mr. Bizarre's Music Room over on Twitch. All you got to do is hit that link. You don't even need to sign up. You don't need to be a member. If you want to chat, you got to sign up. But it doesn't cost anything. It's free, just like here. So I don't know why some of you people get scared and you don't want to do the Twitch thing. Not quite understanding what that's all about. If anything, I'd say people would be more apt to not want to do YouTube as opposed to doing Twitch, because Twitch is still like the Old West, and it ain't going to last forever. But we can say and do what we want on Twitch, and we can have a good time. Play movies, play music. If I could get, 20, 30, 40, 50 people, sometimes we hit the 50 mark over here. Not much, because what I do is kind of a niche thing. But if I could get this many people or more, like the 40 mark over on Twitch, I'd probably just completely shift over to Twitch, because you can play anything you want. Any copyrighted music, any time, all day and all night long. The only downside to Twitch is you can't keep it. And I like to keep the stuff up so you guys can see it later. So there's kind of yin and yang thing going on with that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this down, and we're going to go over to Twitch, and we're going to watch a movie. So, to Boingo, and Miss You, and Noisy Beast, and AZ Mick, and Eric. Thanks for coming by, Eric. Doesn't matter what time you came by. Just appreciate you stopping by. Either way. Who else we got? Kimba's in the house. Kimba, she hides from the background. Malia, yeah, the show's over. I mean, we've been on for 2 hours, 24 minutes, Malia. Yeah. We've been here for a long time. You could just rewind on the show and check it out. It's going to stay up. I'm 99% sure that this Uriah Heep stuff is going to stay up. So you can always just check it out later. Good to see you, by the way, Malia. Hope all's going well for you. Dave. Who else? Zorlock. Yeah, we're all in a better spot than Tony Bigelow, right? I mean, he's probably pushing up daisies about now. Yeah, Brian and Nick and, oh, man, Groovy Lisa. Sorry, I didn't see you, Lisa. I hope you're still hanging out. Sorry. Guy gets to chatting, and, sometimes I forget to see the chat, and that's, guy likes to yak, you know what I mean? Essentially about nothing. That's what all this is about. We just spent a ton of time just talking about nothing. But, such is life, right? Yeah, let's go over to Twitch. Adrian and Eddie. Yeah, Bobby Gass. Bobby, I hope you dug the session tonight. If you missed anything, feel free to rewind and start from the beginning. We did nothing but Heep tonight, and I know that's Bobby. He digs Uriah Heep. Bobby may be the only one in here alive that's actually gone to see Uriah Heep, and Bobby Gass saw Uriah Heep back in the day. What I think he said 72, something around early 70, 72, 3, something like that. And he lost part of his hearing going to Uriah Heep show. So that's, what more of a badge, of accomplishment could you want than that? So Bobby Gass, thanks for stopping by, buddy. We'll do it again when I do the Hydra thing or the Phantom session on not this Saturday but the next one. So we'll get some more people coming up to chat again. I know you guys missed the chat. And we're going to be bringing it back again. But the guy's not having any trouble holding this kind of stuff down is what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, come on over to Twitch and hang out. Again, from the bottom of a feller's heart, thank you for coming by and hanging out, supporting the feller in his whims. You're just staunch supporters, and I appreciate you and love you guys. You come back over and over and over again, and we're just about to break the 1,000 chat mark, which isn't bad, but not great, but also not bad. So thank you again for coming by and supporting my channel. For all the new subscribers and anyone that's seen this later on, thank you. Thanks for coming by and watching. I do like air drums and I act like a dummy and I sing and I just make a complete fool of myself. But, you know, the only difference here is it's just going to be up here for the rest of my life. So instead of being part of like a situation where you're at a bar and you just act like a fool and they forget about it in like a month, you could come back here month after month after year and just watch me make a complete idiot out of myself over and over again. I mean, what more could you want out of life? You know what I mean? This is just fucking perfection. Perfection personified. So, until I see you next time, which is going to be next Thursday. Not going to be anything this Saturday. Next Thursday, we'll be back for another full album spotlight, and you never know what it's going to be. But you know it's going to be something pretty fucking rad. I mean, that's safe to say. You know what I mean? So, take care. Have a great night. Boingo put up like 58 thumbs. Considering he's only got 2, I'd say he's probably taking a loan out on thumbs right now. So don't go overextending yourself on the thumbs. All right? Here we go. Beast, thanks for coming by, man. I appreciate everybody. Every single person in here right now, I appreciate you all. And the people watching later on that weren't able to come here tonight, I appreciate you as well. I'm going to give you one of those just for the people that are watching it later. That's just for you. Anybody watching later, that's just for you. Even the rewatch party, that's even for you. So you get like double down on the, you know, it's right up here. See it right there? That's just like a guy acting like a fool. Goofy bicep kind of flex. It's dumb. It doesn't make any sense, but it's my thing. It's my dumb. Just come on over to Twitch and we'll watch a movie. Won't you? Have a good night. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. And I hope you have a killer week that's coming up. I hope you get a lot done. I hope you get a lot accomplished in life. I'm going to see you on Thursday again. Trust me, guy's going to be back. Until then, good night, everybody. Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon.